Hello, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary, and welcome to From the Heart.
Orlando is widely known for its tourist spots and attractions, but many people don't know about its thriving arts community.
We are excited to introduce to you passionate artists and leaders whose talents shape our arts community. How do they create and why? And how will Orlando benefit from a growing arts presence?
On each episode, we'll meet guests who are influential leaders and artists who are truly making a difference.
From the Heart.
Hello everyone, welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
And we're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today we're talking with John Lux, Chief Operating Officer at Ideas. We look forward to learning about John and his work. Welcome, John.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
John, tell us about Ideas.
Well, Ideas is a media and experience design company. We primarily work in four different industries. We work in healthcare, government, the corporate, and the entertainment industry. Within those industries, we essentially have, kind of a handful of services. We have concept development, we design experiences, we do branding, training, traditional media production, and then mobile applications.
You call yourselves the storytelling people.
Right.
So whenever I'm there, it's such a creative environment. Tell us about that. Tell us how you bring the art to what you do.
Well, we strongly believe that storytelling is the best way to get your point across. Whether it's a training product, or whether it's a television show, or whether it's even just telling about your company, if there's a story behind it, people are going to understand it better. They're going to remember it better, as opposed to, here are some bullet points, here are some facts and figures, here, thanks for coming. We try and engage our end users, no matter what the product is, in some type of story, because that's going to help engage them a little bit more. It's going to resonate longer. And there's facts that show that helps more with retention and enjoyment.
Yeah, so you said big scary words like corporate and government and healthcare.
Yeah.
How do you make that exciting? Give us an example of what that would look like.
Well, we're always trying to focus on what is the experience of our end user. So whether it's in the healthcare side, if it's a hospital or a healthcare facility, we're always trying to figure out what's the experience of that patient, their family members. Even the doctors and the nurses have an experience when they go to work every day. So we're trying to focus on what is the experience that they have, because the better experience you have, the better you're going to do your job, the more you're going to enjoy it. And we try and equate some of those same principles from a hospital or healthcare facility over into, say, a resort or a hotel, where obviously you're there for different reasons, but the end goal really is you want to have the best time you possibly can. As a company, you would want your guests to want to refer people to your place, to tell good stories, to have a good experience. So we're always trying to worry about what's the end product and what's the end user experience, and that translates even into our entertainment business. If it's a website, if it's a mobile application, if it's a television show we're working on, obviously those are different experiences because people are watching it, but we're always trying to look through the lens of what's the end user and what experience are we trying to get them to have.
So there's it personal.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's absolutely an art to marketing, right? Would you
Yes.
agree with that? So what are some of the components of marketing that Ideas does?
From a personal standpoint, we have always kind of struggled as a company of marketing ourselves. We do a much better job of giving people suggestions on how they can market their companies and work with them with business plans and marketing plans. And we have actually kind of struggled. I kind of took on the social media side of things about 5 or 6 years ago, and it really was a result of us moving from our old location to our current location. And it was kind of a way to keep people in the loop of what we were doing and what was going on with the move. And we didn't want to fall into that out of sight, out of mind thing. So we were constantly posting blogs and pictures on Facebook and tweets about what we were doing. And then we moved into the new building, and about 6 months after that, we kind of realized, okay, well, the move is over now. So what are we going to do? And it's turned into, that's our marketing efforts. It's really all about kind of showing a behind the curtains, kind of behind the scenes view of what happens at Ideas on a daily basis, the different projects. We try not to, from a marketing perspective, we're trying not to be too much in your face, sell, sell, sell. We really are about brand awareness when it comes to our marketing, and showing people by the types of work that we do and the type of environment that we have and the culture that we have at our work. That's who Ideas really is, as opposed to just listing, we do this, this, and this all the time.
That you showed us. Even your website is very creative in that way too. When you mentioned the move, tell people what you mean by that.
Well, when our company originated as a division of the Walt Disney Company, in 1998, I moved to Central Florida to work for, at the time our division was called Disney Ideas. And in 2001, it was a mutual decision between Disney and our organization to essentially part ways. So we went home on a Friday afternoon, signed resignation papers from Disney, handed in our Disney IDs, went back to work on Monday in the same building, doing the same work for the same clients, except now we had to figure out, how do we get paid? Yeah. How do we send an invoice?
Right.
Do we even have a bank account? I mean, we had to get all those things prepared ahead of time. So our location was on the back lot of Disney's Hollywood Studios. We were there until April of 2009 when we moved to our current location in downtown Orlando. And so that was a monumental thing. When we started as Ideas, we kind of needed, the Disney backing because we were a startup legally and officially. And so to be able to say to clients, hey, look, we're on the Disney property. They trust us. You should too. I mean, that was kind of the sales pitch. But as we got, 3, 4, 5, 6 years into our existence, we kind of realized, we have our own resume. We have our own feet to stand on now. And it was a good move, both for Disney at the time because they needed the space back, and for us.
Because of how you both embrace story. I mean, that's what Walt was all about, and that's what you
and that's
do.
really our core. Our primary owner right now, Bob Allen, his father was very close with Walt Disney, and Bob grew up in the Walt Disney Company, and so a lot of the storytelling principles and the experience and all of those things are really the core of what our organization started from.
Well, we're going to come back and have a little bit more time with you right after this, but as we end this segment, tell us about storytelling and why that's important in our world and why it's held high as an art form.
It's because as long as you go back in history, that's how people learned things, is through storytelling. Long before there were books and televisions and mobile applications and devices, people told stories. And that really is the core of who we are as a people, and as an essence of an art form is telling stories.
And now you just do it through all the new gadgets that we have.
Exactly, right.
John, thank you so much for being here and sharing with us about Ideas.
You're welcome.
And the best news is you're coming back to share more about you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay with us because we have John Lux coming back, who's going to share information about a passion project he feels strongly about. Thank you for joining us from the heart.